whenever some payment is made by the business, at that point of time debit voucher is prepared to buy the stock. So 20,000 got reduced. Now the available balance is 65,000. Accounting equation on the basis of the following. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Sahana, Faculty, Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram PU College, Temple of Excellence. Today, in this session, we shall discuss our third chapter, that is Recording of Transactions 1 of First PUC Accountancy. Recording of Transactions. In our last two chapters, we have learned all the theory, concepts and conventions we have learned. So in this chapter, we will learn how to record the transactions in the books of accounts. There are two words here. One is recording and the other one is transaction. Recording means entering. Recording means entering. We have to enter in the books of accounts. What do we enter in the books of accounts? The transactions. Transactions means in a business, various types of transactions takes place and financial transactions will be entered in the books of accounts, which are financial in nature. Non-financial transactions will not be entered in the books of accounts. So in this chapter, from this chapter onwards, we will learn how to record the financial transactions in the books of accounts. Source document or voucher. Source document or voucher is a document which provides evidence of financial transaction. Vouchers and source documents, they are the basis on which business transactions are recorded in the books of accounts. These are some of the examples for source documents. Cash memo is one example, invoice is an example, salary slip is an example. Source documents, he has to, as I told you, the businessman, what he does, he records all the transaction that takes place in an organization, all financial in nature, will be recorded in the books of accounts. Correct. To record those transactions in the books of accounts, he needs one proof. He needs an evidence. And those evidences are called as source documents. For example, cash memo, invoice, salary slip. What is cash memo? Suppose cash memo, it acts as a proof. Cash memo, whenever there is a cash purchases or cash sales, cash memo will be generated. Looking into this cash memo, he will record the transactions in the books of accounts. Similarly, invoice or bill. Invoice or bill. This is also, it is a source document. Okay, invoice is a source document. It is an example of voucher. Whenever there is a credit purchases or credit sales, invoice will be prepared. Looking at the invoice, he will record all the transactions in the books of accounts. The next is salary slip. Salary slip, the employees will be working in an organization. For them, every month salary has to be paid. So, he prepares the slip. The businessman, what he does, he prepares the salary slip. So it is a proof. It is a proof that he has paid the salary to his employee. So all these are cash memo, invoice and salary slip. All these are proof. All these are source documents. Looking at these source documents, the businessman will record the transactions in the books of accounts. Classification of vouchers. In classification of vouchers, there are two types. One is debit voucher and the other one is credit voucher. Debit voucher is also called as payment voucher. Debit voucher is also called as payment voucher. When actually debit voucher is prepared, whenever some payment is made by the business, at that point of time debit voucher is prepared. Whenever he will incur any expenses, whenever he is making any payments, at that point of time debit voucher is prepared. See, for example, goods purchased for cash. Goods purchased for cash is one example. Whenever goods are purchased for cash, it is an expense, debit voucher is prepared. Rent paid, rent paid is an expense. At that point of time also debit voucher is prepared. Okay, next one is credit voucher. Credit voucher is also called as receipt voucher. Credit voucher is also called as credit voucher, and this is prepared when cash is received by the business. Whenever they receive whenever the business receives income, that time credit voucher is prepared. For example, rent received, interest received, dividend received, okay, income received on sales. Okay, all these are examples for credit voucher. Now let us discuss about accounting equation. Accounting equation states that the assets of a business are always equal to the total of its liabilities and capital. This is the accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus capital. Assets equals liabilities plus capital. This is the accounting equation. This is the accounting equation. It states that assets equals liabilities plus capital. Means in an organization, assets will be there. And how these assets they will be having, how they own these assets. Either they will borrow money from others and they will buy the asset, or it will be invested by the owner, or else it will be invested by the owner. One is it will be borrowed by others to buy the asset, or it will be invested by the owner itself. That is the meaning of this. This is the accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus capital. The above equation can also be represented as assets minus liabilities equals capital. The same thing only you can represent it like this also. Just changing the sign. This is left hand side and this is right hand side. Just change in the sign, that's all. Assets minus liabilities equals capital. Assets minus capital equals liabilities. This is the accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus capital. Now, they may ask questions like this for 2 marks in your examination. A trader has assets worth rupees 1 lakh and his liabilities are rupees 60,000. What they are trying to tell? What is the question? Let us understand. A trader has assets. What are his assets? Assets is 1 lakh and his liabilities are rupees 60,000. They have asked us to find out his capital. We have to find out the capital. So, we have to find out the capital. This is our accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus capital. What they have asked us to find out? Capital. In order to find the missing figures, I can use this. Assets minus liabilities equals capital. So, capital equals assets minus liabilities. Assets is how much? It is given in the problem. Assets is how much? 1 lakh. Minus liabilities is how much? 60,000. Now, assets minus liabilities. 1 lakh minus 60,000. 1 lakh minus 60,000 is how much? 40,000. So, capital is how much? Capital is 40,000. These type of questions are asked for 2 marks in your examination. Now we will do the next problem. Mr. X, a trader. Who is Mr. X? He is a trader. Has assets worth rupees 2 lakhs. What are his assets? Assets is 2 lakhs. And his capital is rupees 1 lakh 20,000. Assets information they have given and capital information is also given in the problem. And you have to find out how much is his liabilities. Okay, now we will apply the accounting equation. What I have to find out? I have to find out the liabilities. Liabilities equals assets minus capital. Liabilities equals assets minus capital. Assets, it is given in the problem. How much is it is? It is 2 lakhs. Assets is how much? 2 lakhs. Minus capital is also given in the problem. It is 1,20,000. Now 2 lakh minus 1,20,000 is how much? It is 1,80,000. So liabilities is how much? Liabilities is how much? It is 1,80,000. So these type of questions are asked for 2 marks in the examination. Next, for 6 marks, accounting equation problem can be asked for 6 marks in your examination. Okay. For section C, they will ask one problem. They may ask one problem on accounting equation for 6 marks. Now let us understand the problem first. Prepare accounting equation on the basis of the following. What they have asked us to prepare? Prepare what we are supposed to prepare? Accounting equation. Prepare accounting equation on the basis of the following. They have given 3 transactions. Based on these transactions, they have asked us to prepare the accounting equation. Let us understand what is the first transaction. Ganesh started business with cash rupees 1 lakh. Ganesh started business with cash rupees 1 lakh. The meaning of this transaction is Ganesh. Ganesh is the proprietor. He is the owner of the business. To start the business, Ganesh is bringing in cash of rupees 1 lakh. To start the business, Ganesh, how much he is bringing? 1 lakh rupees in the form of cash to start the business. That means that is his capital. We can call this as a capital. Now to make the solution, we will write the heading as accounting equation first. Okay, we have to make 3 columns like this. First column is after transaction, second column is assets, third column is liabilities plus capital. This is the like this. You have to make the column like this. 3 columns has to be made after transaction, because this is the accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus capital. Now we will record the transactions in the according to the accounting equation. This is our first transaction. What is our first transaction? Ganesh started business with cash rupees 1 lakh. Correct? Ganesh is the proprietor of the business. To start the business, he is bringing in 1 lakh rupees towards cash. That is the meaning of that. Now we are recording first transaction. We will write it as 1. This is first transaction. What is he bringing, Ganesh? Ganesh is bringing in cash. Ganesh is bringing in cash. Of how much? How much he is bringing cash? 1 lakh. Cash, how much he is bringing? 1 lakh. Why I have written below the asset column? Because cash is an asset. All assets will be written in the asset column, liabilities in the liabilities column, capital in the capital column. How much is the cash? 1 lakh the owner has brought in. Okay. The balance sheet has to, this accounting equation has to tally. 1 lakh. As what he is bringing 1 lakh, he is investing 1 lakh. So 1 lakh is what? It is capital. 1 lakh is what? 1 lakh is capital. Now we will consider this side as, this side is LHS, this side is RHS. Now it is tallying. Both the side it is equal. Both the side it is equal. It is tallying. Accounting equation is balancing. Assets equals liabilities plus capital. First transaction is over. Now we will draw one line like this. Now we will move on to the second transaction. The second transaction says deposited cash into bank rupees 15,000. Deposited cash into bank rupees 15,000. The meaning of this is Ganesh, the proprietor of the business, what he has done, he has taken the business money of rupees 15,000 and what he has done, and he has deposited the same thing into the bank. He has taken the business money and deposited into the bank. That is the meaning of this. Now we will write. How much he is taking? 15,000 he is depositing. Okay. So how much? The available cash in the business was 1 lakh. Now he has withdrawn the cash and he is taking that cash and depositing into the bank in his bank account. So earlier it was 1 lakh. Now minus 15,000. Okay. Now the actual balance is 85,000. 85,000. See here, 15,000 cash he is withdrawing from the business. He is taking from the business and he is depositing into his bank account. That means to say that earlier 1 lakh was there with him. Now he's taken this money. That means earlier 1 lakh was there. Now it got reduced. 15,000 he has taken. So now the available cash is 85. And where this 15,000 went? And this 15,000 is in his bank account. So bank balance is also an asset. Whether he is having cash in his hand in the business or whether he is having his bank balance, both are considered as an asset. That is why I have written bank in the asset column. Clear? So now after depositing 15,000 to his bank account, now the available 1 lakh was there. 1 lakh minus 15,000. Now the available cash is 85,000. Where that 15,000 went? That 15,000 he has deposited. He has transferred into his bank account. Now any change with respect to the right hand side? Okay. No change with respect to the liability. Okay. Capital also remains the same. There is no change this side. So if you see 85,000 plus 15,000 is equal to 1 lakh. 85,000 plus 15,000 is how much? 1 lakh. LHS is 1 lakh. RHS is also 1 lakh. It is tallying. Now we will come to the third transaction. Purchased goods from Nagesh for cash rupees 20,000. Purchased goods from Nagesh for cash rupees 20,000. We have to understand the transaction first. Purchased goods. The business has purchased goods from whom? From Nagesh. What type of purchases it is? It is a cash purchase. How much the business is paying cash? 20,000 the business is paying and the business is buying the goods. Purchasing, the business is buying goods by paying 20,000 in the form of cash. Correct? What is the transaction? Purchased goods from Nagesh for cash rupees 20,000. Correct? They are paying cash and buying the goods. So what will happen? When I am paying cash and buying the goods, my cash will reduce. Correct? My cash will reduce. Earlier my cash balance was 85,000. Now 20,000 I have utilized it in order to buy the stock. Now the available balance is how much? 65,000. Earlier 85,000 was the cash available. Out of 85,000, 20,000 has been utilized to buy the stock. So 20,000 got reduced. Now the available balance is 65,000 and there is no change with respect to my bank balance. It remains the same. It remains the same. Now stock is added. Stock is added. How much stock is added? 20,000 worth of stock has been purchased. 20,000 worth of stock has been purchased in the form of cash. So there is no change with respect to liabilities. Capital also remains the same. Now we will check 65,000 plus 15,000 plus 20,000. How much it is? It comes to 1 lakh. If I add all these, only 3 transactions they have given and we have recorded all the 3 transactions. Okay. Total we will write at the end. If we add all these 3, 65 plus 15 plus 20 is how much? 1 lakh. This side is how much? 1 lakh. This side LHS is also 1 lakh. RHS is also 1 lakh. It is tallying. LHS equals RHS. 1 lakh equals 1 lakh. This is how you have to solve the problem in your examination. I hope you have understood this problem. Shall we move on to the next problem? This is our next problem on accounting equation itself. Let us understand the problem first. They have given prepare accounting equation based on the following information. First transaction, Chandan commenced business with cash rupees 5 lakhs. What they have given? Chandan. Who is Chandan? Chandan is the owner of the business. He is the proprietor of the business. To commenced, to start the business, Chandan is bringing in cash of how much? 5 lakhs rupees. He is bringing in cash of rupees 5 lakhs to start the business. That is the meaning of the transaction. Now we will record it in the accounting equation. As I told you earlier, you have to make 3 columns like this. After transaction, assets equals, this is the accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus capital. Now we will record the first transaction. What is the first transaction? Chandan commenced business with cash rupees 5 lakhs. Okay, Chandan, to start the business, the owner of the business is bringing in how much? He is bringing in 5 lakhs. Okay, so what is he bringing? He is bringing in the form of cash. Cash is what? Cash is an asset. How much he is bringing? 5 lakhs. Correct. How much cash is coming in? 5 lakhs. How much cash is coming into the business? 5 lakhs. And this 5 lakhs is coming in the form of capital. So I will write below the capital only. I will write it as 5 lakhs. Owner is bringing in 5 lakhs in the form of cash. Cash is an asset. That is why written below the asset column. And this 5 lakhs is what? This 5 lakhs is capital to the business. So below the capital, I have written it as 5 lakhs. See, LHS equals RHS. This side is also 5 lakhs. It is tallying. It is according to the accounting equation. Now we will draw one line. Now we will look into the second transaction. Cash deposited into bank rupees 2 lakhs. Cash deposited into bank rupees 2 lakhs. That means the owner of the business, what he has done, he is depositing his money into his bank account. How much he is depositing? 2 lakh. Okay, 2 lakhs he is depositing into his bank account. We understood the transaction. Let me record this. Okay, how much he is transferring? 2 lakhs he is transferring. So minus 2 lakhs. Earlier, how much it was? The available cash was 5 lakhs. Now 2 lakhs got reduced. 2 lakhs he has taken. So 5 minus 2 lakhs. 5 lakhs minus 2 lakhs is how much? 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs is what? Now the available cash. What about these 2 lakhs? 2 lakhs, his bank balance got increased. He has transferred this amount to his bank account. So, his available cash is now 3 lakhs. Bank balance is 2 lakhs. Any change with respect to liabilities? There is no change. Capital also no change. It remains the same. Now, if you check, 3 lakh plus 2 lakh is 5 lakhs. This side is also 5 lakhs. LHS equals RHS. It is tallying. It is according to the equation. Now we will write the third transaction. Purchased office furniture for rupees 1 lakh from Prajwal agencies on account. What is the meaning of this? The business has purchased office furniture. They need some furnitures. Office furniture could be table, chair, etc. They need some office furniture. So what the business has done? The business has purchased the office furniture. For that, how much worth furniture they are purchasing? 1 lakh purchased office furniture for rupees 1 lakh from Prajwal agencies. From whom the business is buying furniture? They are the sellers. Prajwal agencies are the sellers. That means to say that business is buying furniture worth rupees 1 lakh from the Prajwal agencies. Prajwal agencies are the sellers of the furniture. Business is buying furniture of rupees 1 lakh from Prajwal agencies. Okay, on account. The word on account is there. On account here refers to, that means they purchased on account. On account here refers to they purchased on credit basis. It is not a cash purchases, it is a credit purchases. Clear? So we understood the transaction. They purchased office furniture for rupees 1 lakh from Prajwal agencies on account. Now we will record the transactions. Okay. Cash, how much it was? 3 lakhs. Now also it is 3 lakhs only. Why? Because there is no change with respect to cash, because purchase is taking place, correct, but we are not purchasing on the basis of cash. It is a credit purchases. So cash remains the same. Bank balance also there is no change. It remains the same. Okay. What we have purchased? Furniture is purchased. So furniture is coming into the business. Furniture is coming into the business. Furniture is an asset. So that is why I have written in the asset column. How much worth furniture is purchased? 1 lakh. So my furniture, what is the value of my furniture? It is 1 lakh. Clear, students? My cash balance is 3 lakhs. Bank balance is 2 lakhs. Furniture, purchased furniture. So 1 lakh worth of furniture is purchased from the sellers. So how this furniture is purchased? This furniture is purchased on the basis of credit. On the basis of credit means my liability got increased. My liability got increased. Okay, they are our creditors. They became our creditors to the business. Who are our creditors? Prajwal agencies are our creditors. Okay, they are our creditors. Creditor is a liability to the business. Okay, business has purchased furniture from the Prajwal agencies. Prajwal agencies are our creditors. Okay, creditor is a liability to the business. Credit purchases means here we are purchasing on the basis of credit. That means to say that we have postponed the payment of cash to a future date. Immediately payment is not made. We have postponed the payment to a future date. Okay, till the business makes the payment, this Prajwal agencies will be creditors to the business. Creditor is a liability to the business. Why? Because 1 lakh has to be paid to the Prajwal traders. That is why Prajwal traders are our creditors to the business. Next, capital remains the same. There is no change with respect to capital. It remains the same. Now we will add asset side. 3 lakh plus 2 lakh plus 1 lakh. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is how much? 6 lakhs. How much is LHS? It is 6 lakhs. We'll come to the RHS. 1 lakh plus 5 lakhs. 1 plus 5 is how much? 6 lakhs. LHS is also 6 lakhs. RHS is also 6 lakhs. So accounting equation is tallying. Assets equals liabilities plus capital. LHS and RHS, it is tallying. It is according to the accounting equation. I hope you have understood this problem. Shall we move on to the next problem on the accounting equation itself? We will understand the problem first. Prepare accounting equation on the basis of the following. What they have prepared, what we have to prepare, accounting equation. What we have to prepare, accounting equation on the basis of the following. On the basis of the following means they have given us few transactions. Looking into these transactions, we have to prepare the accounting equation. Okay, now let us understand one by one each transaction and then we will record it. Let us understand the first transaction. Harish started business with cash rupees 2 lakhs. Harish started business with cash rupees 2 lakhs. The meaning of this is Harish is the owner of the business. To start the business, he is bringing in cash of rupees 2 lakhs. That is the meaning of this. Now we will record this. What is our first transaction? What is he bringing? Okay, Harish started business. To start the business, to commence the business, how much he is bringing in cash? 2 lakhs. So what is he bringing in? Cash. Cash. Cash is what? Cash is an asset. How much he is bringing? 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs cash he is bringing in. Cash is an asset. That is why I have written below the asset column. And why this 2 lakhs is brought in? This 2 lakhs is brought in the form of capital. So, this 2 lakhs is what? This 2 lakhs is capital. I will write below the capital as 2 lakhs. Okay, we have recorded. Now, we will check. See, this side LHS equals RHS. Now, 2 lakhs equals 2 lakhs. This side is also 2 lakhs and right hand side is also 2 lakhs. It is tallying. Now we will draw one line. Now we will record the second transaction. Now we will understand what is the second transaction given. Purchased goods from Nayana for cash rupees 40,000. Purchased goods from Nayana for cash for rupees 40,000. The meaning of this is the business has purchased goods from Nayana, okay, from Nayana for cash. That means to say that it is a cash purchases. What it is? It is a cash purchases. How much money they have spent? 40,000 they have given in order to buy the stock, in order to buy the goods. How much money they have spent? 40,000 they are spending in order to buy the goods. Correct? Now we will write here. What was the available cash with me? It was 2 lakhs. Now minus 40,000. Minus 40,000. 2 lakhs minus 40,000 is how much? 1,60,000. 2 lakh minus 40,000 is how much? It is 1,60,000. Where this 40,000 went? We are spending this 40,000 in order to buy the stock. So, stock is coming into the business. Goods and stock are one and the same. Stock is coming into the business. Stock is an asset. How much worth of stock is coming into the business? 40,000 worth of stock is coming into the business. Okay. This side also we will check. Is there any change with respect to liabilities? There is no change. Any change with respect to capital? There is no change. So I will write it as it is. Okay. Now you check 1,60,000 plus 40,000 is how much? It is 2 lakhs. This side is also 2 lakhs. Now this side is also 2 lakhs. This side is also 2 lakhs. It is tallying. It is according to the accounting equation. Now we will draw one line. Now we will look into the third transaction. Sold goods to Banu costing rupees 10,000 for rupees 12,000. What is the meaning of this? We should understand the transaction first. Sold goods to Banu. That means to say that the business is selling goods to Banu. The business is selling goods to whom? Banu. Okay, what is actually the value of stock? What is the value of stock? The value of the stock is 10,000. The 10,000 value of stock has been sold for 12,000. Business is selling goods to Banu. The value of the goods is 10,000. 10,000 worth of stock has been sold for 12,000. Clear? What they have done? They have sold goods to Banu costing rupees 10,000 for rupees 12,000. Sales. See here, is there any change with respect to cash? There is no change with respect to cash. So I will write it as it is. Plus, what was the available stock? 40,000 was the available stock. That was the stock available in the business. Now, out of 40,000 value of stock, 10,000 worth of stock has been sold. 10,000 worth of stock has been sold. Correct? So, available stock was how much? 40,000. Now, minus 10,000. Why? Because 10,000 worth of stock I am selling it to Banu. Correct? So, now 40,000 minus 10,000. It comes to 30,000. 40,000 minus 10,000 is how much? 30,000. Earlier, the stock in the business was 40,000. 10,000 worth of stock has been sold to Banu. Now the available stock in the business is only 30,000. Okay. And how I have sold? This is a purely credit sales. Purely credit sales. See here, name of the person is given. Nowhere cash sales, nowhere the word cash is mentioned. So what type of sales it is? It is credit sales. Okay, it is credit sales. That means how much Banu has to pay to us? 10,000 worth of stock has been sold for rupees 12,000. Correct. Now she has to pay 12,000 to us. Banu, till she makes the payment, as I said, it is a credit sales. Okay, till she makes the payment, Banu makes the payment, she will become our debtor. Debtor is what? Debtor is an asset to the business. Debtor is what? Debtor is an asset to the business. How much she has to pay? She has to pay, Banu has to pay rupees 12,000. How much Banu has to pay? Banu has to pay rupees 12,000. Okay. Any change with respect to liabilities? Any change with respect to liabilities? There is no change. And how much is the capital? Capital, it will increase. I will add 2,000. Why? Because so 2 lakhs plus 2,000 is how much? 2 lakhs 2,000. I will explain this. See here, we will understand. Sold goods to Banu costing rupees 10,000 for rupees 12,000. The meaning of this is the business has sold goods to Banu. The actual value of the good is 10,000, but 10,000 value of goods has been sold for 12,000. Okay, so 12,000. 10,000 minus 12,000. The 2,000 is what? 2,000 is profit to the business. Why there is no change with respect to cash? Because it is not a cash sales. It is not a cash sales. That is why there is no change with respect to cash. Stock will reduce 30,000 by 10,000. So available stock now is 30,000. Plus debtor got increased in the business, it is 12,000. Now if we add 1,60,000 plus 30,000 plus 12,000, it becomes to 2,02,000. This side is 2,02,000. This side is also 2,02,000. LHS equals RHS. It is tallying. We will draw one line. Now we will look into the last transaction. Bought furniture from Royal Furniture on credit rupees 7,000. Bought furniture. Bought means purchased. Bought means what? Purchased. The business has purchased furniture from whom the business has purchased from Royal Furnitures. Royal Furnitures are the sellers of the furnitures. Business has purchased furniture from Royal Furnitures on credit rupees 7,000. It is a credit purchases. Business has purchased furniture from Royal Furniture on credit rupees 7,000. Okay, now we have understood the transaction. We have purchased furniture, correct? But it is on the basis of what? On the basis of credit. So there is no change with respect to the cash. Cash remains the same. Stock also remains the same. Plus debtor also remains the same. There is no change with respect to debtors. What we are buying? We are buying furniture. So furniture is coming into the business. Furniture is coming into the business. Furniture is an asset. That is why I have written below the asset column. How much worth of asset is coming into the business? See here, 7,000 worth of furniture is coming into the business. So, how much is furniture? Plus 7,000. Clear? 7,000 worth of furniture is coming into the business. Now, how this furniture is purchased? On the basis of credit. When we purchased on the basis of credit, what they will, who are Royal Furnitures? Royal Furnitures will become our creditors to the business, and my creditor is a liability. My creditor will increase. That means my liability will increase. Clear? Capital, there is no change with respect to capital. It remains the same. Okay. Now we will add and find out whether LHS and RHS is equal or not, whether it is tallying according to the accounting equation. Now we will add 1,60,000 plus 30,000 plus 12,000 plus 7,000. If you add all these, it comes to 2,09,000. This side, RHS, 7,000 plus 2,02,000, it comes to 2,09,000. Total it comes to 2,09,000. LHS equals RHS. This side is also same and that side is also same. It is according to the accounting equation. So there will be one question on accounting equation in your examination for 6 marks. So this is how you have to do the solution. I hope you have understood today's session. Let us meet in our next session. Thank you so much.